The Sacramento Kings get bullied by the Bulls in the fourth quarter and lose a game where they were up by 22 points. Oops. Did you see that? Did you see how Kobe White damn near scored 40 on the Kings in Sacramento? He had 37 and looked unstoppable. Looked like the second coming of Michael Jordan out there. Actually, that was DeMar Rosen. DeMar Rosen looked like the second coming of Michael Jordan. And Kobe White looked like Scottie Pippen out there. Nobody was able to stay in front of him, from Trey Lyles to Malik Monk to Keegan Murray. In Sacramento, the Kings lose 113 to 109 to the Chicago Bulls, which brings their record to 34-26, and the Chicago Bulls are now 29-32. The Kings are now in 7th place, a half a game behind the Suns, who move up in the rankings, even though they didn't play last night. And we have the Mavericks right on our back, a half a game behind us, with the Timberwolves holding on to first place in the Western Conference. And the Bulls are firmly planted in 9th place in the Eastern Conference. Today is March 5th, 2024. And I want to say thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're here for the whole video. Y'all back? We back. Y'all back? We definitely back. And I'm glad you're here with me. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on with all my folks and all you Kings fans out there? It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm back at you with another episode of the Kings Morning After Midday Cup of Joe with Jay.
I love it.
My coffee is cold and old. It sucks. It's like the Kings game last night. I'm actually going to go get a refill. You know what day it is. You know what day it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, I got the cheese, she tasting the Kool-Aid. Migo the plug, Guadalupe.
Yeah. Enjoy a taco today. Celebrate Mexican heritage some type of way today for Taco Tuesday. My cup of Joe for today is, boy, oh boy, these Kings, I tell you. If this ain't a roller coaster ride, I don't know what is. This game was back and forth for a little while, up and down. Sacramento Kings up by 5. Bulls tied up. Kings up by 10. Bulls tied up. Kings up by 20. Bulls win the game. So the Kings just, I don't know about this team, man. Even though the record is similar or the same as it was last year, this team just looks different to me. Even though we ran it back with most of the same players, it just still looks different. There are a few players that are different on this team. And this team, I don't know, it's not the same team as last year. I don't even think Mike Brown coaches the same as he did last year, or even how he did in the beginning of the year. This team can't lose track of who they are. They need to gain an identity and stick with it. They need to continue to close out quarters and stop being so lackadaisical against these teams that they think they should beat. That's my cup of joe. One creamer, no sugar. Quick stats. The Kings closed out the first few quarters well and closed the half out very well, and were winning 56-49. Third quarter, they did some damage, but it was the fourth quarter really where the Kings just kind of fell apart and were doubled in scoring, and were only able to score 18 points in the fourth quarter at home. They looked totally different in that fourth quarter. So the Bulls' leading scorer was DeMar DeRozan with 33 points. Oh, excuse me, I take that back. Scottie Pippen, Kobe White with 37 points. DeMar DeRozan with 33 points. Ayu Dosunmu even scored 20 points. Vucevic had 13 rebounds. Kobe White had 7 assists. Alex Caruso also had 7 assists. 4 guys in double figures. Sacramento Kings leading scorer was De'Aaron Fox. Although it was not pretty, he didn't have a great shooting percentage, and it did not look easy for him tonight. Well, it did for the first few quarters, and then in the last quarter, he looked like he didn't know how to play basketball anymore. And the guys were throwing the ball away all over the place. It was kind of crazy to see. Domantas Sabonis with 18 points. Keegan Murray pitched in 11, Harrison Barnes 10, Kevin Huerter with 12, and our dog Malik Monk with 11. I mean, for those 4 guys to only have about 10, 11 points, 12 points, it's not going to get it done for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis with his double streak still going. 21 rebounds. This guy's just a monster on rebound on the boards. So much to the point that nobody else on the team really even gets boards. Keegan Murray pitched in 6, which is great. De'Aaron Fox with a big 10 assists. I like to see the assists and playmaking from De'Aaron Fox. But normally he scores more than this, and when he only has 20, it says something is going on. I know he's just coming back from an injury, but just bad shooting, bad decision making, and turnovers kind of hindered De'Aaron Fox. Team stats: field goal shooting was horrendous, 44% for the Kings. 3-point shooting was horrendous, 29%. 34 for the Bulls. Free throws, they did okay job with 88%. I don't understand how the Kings can shoot so bad at home. It doesn't make sense to me. They even out-rebounded the Bulls by almost 20 rebounds and had 13 more offensive rebounds than them, which usually would bode well for a win. But on this night, it did not. The Kings did have 17 turnovers. The Bulls had 9, double the amount of turnovers they did. That's a lot of turnovers. And I attribute a lot of the game lost in the end with all of the turnovers that the Kings had. It was pretty bad. Eye test. Yeah. Eye test. I'm going to give the Kings an eye test. And I hinted to a lot of my eye test in earlier in the discussion earlier with just how they allowed Kobe White to come into their crib and do whatever he wanted, shoot, hit threes, drive to the basket. Nobody was able to stay in front of him. Very poor defense I saw from a few guys. And I'm even going to say a little bit of poor coaching and poor substitutions, because Kobe White was blowing by guys. He was blowing by Trey Lyles. He was blowing by Harrison Barnes. I feel like there was a point when he probably should have put one of his defensive guys in the game, had him stay one-on-one with Kobe White. Somebody like Kessler Edwards, or maybe even Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis might have been too short, but just somebody that would kind of mix it up with Kobe White a little bit more, instead of just sticking to the same thing, which was him blowing by people like Trey Lyles, and even Keegan Murray was getting blown by. So I don't know how they were able to allow Kobe White to look like the second coming of Scottie Pippen and DeMar DeRozan to look like the second coming of Michael Jordan, but they did. The Kings did. And it just doesn't bode well for a strong playoff team, in my opinion. For them to do this so often, I don't know. They didn't have the correct fight in them at the end in that fourth quarter. And if they keep playing like this, they keep losing to these teams that they should beat, teams that I believe are not as good as them. They keep playing down to the competition of these guys, and they keep playing lackadaisical again like this. They're not going to make the playoffs, or they're going to be in the play-in game. De'Aaron Fox making a lot of mistakes, throwing the ball away. Trey Lyles trying his hardest, but not able to pull down a rebound and fall out of bounds. Guys getting rebounded on with 4 or 5, the whole team in the basket, and one guy out rebounding them. Just lapses. They just have lapses. These defensive and rebounding lapses. It's kind of troubling to me. But that's my eye test. Bottom line, the Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is to bottom line this game, try to put a pretty bow on this game is just one that they're just gonna have to put in their back pocket and just keep on walking down the road. Probably forget about it and remember that this is not how they want to finish games off. And that's the only thing they want to remember from this game is this is not how they want to finish games off. And I've said this enough times. They need to take every one of these games seriously. They need to take every quarter seriously, every fourth quarter seriously, and every team seriously. Or this team is going to end up getting bounced out of the playoffs with teams like the Lakers and the Warriors winning games and their record getting very close to our record. And teams like Dallas and the Phoenix Suns moving ahead of us and winning games now. And they can't have these lapses. They need to remember how they got there. You know, like if they're playing good in the first, second, third quarter, why change the way you're playing? Keep doing what you're doing. Why all of a sudden go into a one-on-one solo game with Fox at the top of the key? You know, guys just hogging the ball when what you were doing in the first 3 quarters was working. You know, don't change. Stick to what you guys do. Nobody has to play hero ball on this team. The way they win is by everybody playing well with each other, good teamwork, good passing, good screening, good cutting, you know, the fundamentals of basketball, really. Nobody has to play hero ball. When they go to that hero ball stuff, it never works out for the Kings. And that's my bottom line. Next up, the Sacramento Kings are in LA versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Wednesday, March 8th. The Sacramento Kings will be in LA to face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. That game is at 7:30 p.m. Be there or be square. And also subscribe so that you can check out my review and analysis the next day after the game. I appreciate it. And the hated Lakers, I'm just kidding. They're not the hated Lakers. Shit, at this point, there might be more Lakers fans in Sacramento than there are Kings fans. As we know, they are led by LeBron James. They have Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent. But we know this team pretty much lives and dies by the play of one LeBron James and sometimes Anthony Davis. So they've been playing a lot better as of late. They have had a lot more chemistry as of late. And old man LeBron just keeps on chugging, just keeps on going. It's crazy. I've been hearing a few rumors and stuff about LeBron James lately, though. And it has to do with his celebration. Oops. Might not want to do that celebration anymore. But the Kings lost last night. One of the keys to winning the game, I said, was to keep DeMar DeRozan under 20 points. They didn't do that. He had 30-something points, 30-something points. One of the keys, I believe, to beating the Lakers is going to be to keep LeBron James down scoring. If they could keep him under 20, same with Anthony Davis. Don't let guys like D'Angelo Russell go crazy from 3. Can't let Rui Hachimura go to the basket. Somebody needs to put a chest on him. Somebody's going to have to try to put a chest on the freight train, LeBron James. And somebody's going to have to match up against Austin Reeves, too, and don't let him go crazy from 3 or mid-range or anything like that. The Kings are going to have to play this game very hard. They're going to have to play this team very hard. This is a team they could possibly be playing in a play-in game. The Kings always play the Lakers well. I don't believe the Lakers are a fast-paced team. They're more of a half-court team with LeBron James kind of leading them and anchoring them, and sometimes doing it on his own, going solo at times with the ISO game. Sometimes Anthony Davis is hot from down low. The Kings are more of a fast-paced team, faster-paced team. They do like to shoot a lot of threes, and they do like to get a lot of points in the paint as well. But I believe one of the keys to beating the Lakers is to keep the game fast-paced. If they can keep the game fast paced and high speed, I don't think the Lakers can keep up with them. And then just keep a chest on some of these guys and don't let these guys go crazy from three, and the Kings can beat the Lakers. They have a better record than them. They've had the better team all year. This is a game that they need to go in, West Coast Conference team, and show that they are the better team. No matter if they have LeBron or not, LeBron is getting older. It's almost time for him to pass the torch. So go in, show that you're the better team. Betting line. I don't have the line for the game because it is tomorrow. It's on Wednesday, so they usually don't put the lines out until the day of midnight. So the lines will be out tomorrow. But if you want to do sports betting, you want to bet on this game or any other sport, use BetUS. That's what I use to do my sports betting. Click the link below. The BetUS betting link is below. Use the link below and you can sports bet no matter where you're at. It's a great website. It's a great app. And you can even sports bet in California. So use the link below and it'll help the channel out as well. Thanks. I got a question for you guys. How concerned are you about the Kings and this 2 steps up, 1 step down approach to where they're playing? Sometimes it feels like 2 steps up, 2 steps down, 1 step up, 1 step down. Are they a 50-50 team or are they a true winning team? Comment below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're going to be in the play-in or do you think they're going to make the playoff top 6? Comment below and let me know what you think. Also, guys, if you're still watching the video up to this point, there must have been something you liked, something entertaining that you watched. Please click that like button. It'll help the channel. It'll help me grow. Also, please consider subscribing. I'm a new channel. I'm trying to grow the channel, though. If you like anything about the content, please subscribe. If you like talking Kings, hearing Kings, talking basketball, talking Kings news, anything like that, please click subscribe. We're also going to do some live game chat also pretty soon in the future. So you're going to want to be here for that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. Also share the content if you can. Share it to your channel. Say, hey, look at this new guy talking Kings. Or you laugh at me, talk mess. I don't care. Say, look at this guy. He's crazy. I don't care. Share the content. It'll help me out also. And make a comment. I don't care. Comment on anything. Comment on the Kings. Comment on how I'm doing. Comment on the weather. I don't care. It helps the channel as well. So make a comment or answer the question I just asked. And I got a motivational quote for you guys today. And this saying is by Woody Allen, of all people. And he says, 80% of success is showing up. You know, I used to always say that. I kind of had a similar saying. I used to say, showing up is half the battle. And I don't know where I got that from. I want to say I might have got it from the old school G.I. Joe cartoon. But showing up is half the battle. Woody Allen says 80% of success is showing up. Sometimes it's difficult to just bring yourself to even do something sometimes. But showing up is a very important part of getting something done. And sometimes it's the hardest part. So if you get that part done, you arrive, you get there, a lot of times you'll realize the job is not even that hard, or whatever you have to do is not even that hard. The hardest part was getting there. So just remember that 80% of success is showing up. That's my motivational quote for the day. And that's pretty much all that I have for you guys today. Once again, I'm going to say it. I appreciate you for joining me, especially if you're still watching this far. Hopefully you'll come back. Hopefully you've liked the video, you've subscribed, and you'll be back tomorrow, or actually the day after tomorrow, because the game's tomorrow. And you'll join me for another episode of The Keys Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. Yeah, and hopefully the Kings can avenge that loss with a victory against the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all that I have for you guys today, and I'm out. But before you go, check out my moves. It's good.